In this project, we're going to show you how to install a solid granite tile countertop that costs less than $30 per square foot for all the materials you'll need, or about the same cost as a professionally installed plastic laminate countertop. And that's for a wide variety of tile selections that cost less than $20 each for 12-inch square tiles. But be aware that you can pay more than $50 each for premium selections. Natural beauty, durability, resistance to heat, and sense of permanence are the hallmarks of a granite countertop. Normally, solid stone countertops are a pricey proposition, up to $100 plus per square foot due to the special tooling and installation required. We're going to cover in steps and stages the how-tos to save you money. First, preparing a solid base of 3/4 inch plywood. Next, we'll add a new lightweight tile backer material called din shield over the plywood. And finally, we'll lay out and install the 12-inch granite tile surface itself. The trickiest part of installing the stone countertops is cutting crisp, clean countertop nosings. This difficult task is simple when you use the homemade jig that's clamped to a tile saw sliding table to cut perfect 45-degree miters, or just rent one for the project. To finish off the gap at the backsplash of the counter, we've designed a unique, easy-to-install detail that efficiently uses the leftover tile trimmings from the nosing cuts. To calculate the number of tiles you'll need, multiply the linear footage of 24-inch wide countertops by 2.5. Then add as many tiles as required to cover wider peninsulas or islands and subtract for cooktops, stoves, sinks, or other built-ins. Keep in mind that you'll probably need partial tiles for filling in around built-in appliances, as well as at least a half dozen more tiles to allow for breakage and miscuts. Have extra tiles on hand. You can always return the leftovers. In addition to the tile, go over the materials list to make sure you will have everything you need. Even though the list of tools and materials is extensive and the task may seem daunting, I know you can do it and be proud of what you've done. While you can't score and snap granite like you can ceramic tile, it cuts easily on a conventional diamond tile saw. In fact, you'll make all your cuts that way. Other than that, you use the same tools, materials, and techniques needed for ceramic tile except for the grout and sealer types. Removing the old countertop can be easy if it's just screwed to the cabinet corner braces, or tough if it's glued down. One peek inside the cabinets will tell you how it's secured. If it's glued down, you'll have to pry it loose with a flat bar. It's best to pry from the inside of the cabinets to avoid damaging the finish. The key to flat, long-lasting tile countertops is a solid plywood base. Thin cabinet sides or corner braces simply won't provide enough anchorage to hold the plywood flat and stable. After the tops are removed, you'll have to build up the cabinet edges with 1x4 or 2x4 blocking along the cabinet backs, ends, and areas where plywood splices will fall. Cut the 3/4 inch plywood underlayment to length so it splices over blocking, using the factory edge of the plywood in the front for straight nosings. Cut plywood to length to fit flush with the finished cabinet ends, and 1 inch short of cabinets that butt against appliances like stoves and refrigerators. You're probably already familiar with cement tile backer board, which is completely acceptable, but a new gypsum-based material called din shield is gaining popularity. It's also a great choice for countertop tile bases. It has a gypsum core like drywall, but the core and sheathing have been modified to repel moisture and accept a tile overlay with conventional bonding adhesives. If you've ever struggled with cutting and installing cement board, you'll appreciate working with din shield. It's lightweight and you cut, snap, rasp, and fasten it exactly like standard drywall. It's sold throughout the country, and home centers usually stock the 32-inch by 60 sheets, the best size for countertops. Splice the din shield wherever you wish, but keep in mind that all of the splices and the outsides and inside corners need to be taped with fiberglass mesh tape and a thin layer of thinset, so avoid using lots of little pieces. In our next segment, we'll cover a lot more of the prep work and things to avoid in installing your own granite tile kitchen countertops.